we have KeenObservers.
Hello, guys.
All right, so are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sige, let's start.
Good afternoon to my fellow technopreneurs. So I'm Leonor, and I'm from Team 6, the Keen Observers. So in our group, we came up with this project entitled Augmented Reality Technoservice, which is ARTS, which stands for Explore, Learn, and Serve. So explore in such a way we get to seek for something, learn to acquire knowledge, and serve with a motive of a helping hand. So the problem focuses on a student mental health and the physical impairments that affects students' behavior in school-related matters. So there are different factors that affect students' behaviors at school. One thing is that mental health. So with mental health, students get affected to their academics and as well as to their performance. So as a solution with this problem, we came up with an application that can cater students' needs, such as being emotionally and physically supported through this application. So for the value proposition, there are products and services that this application can give is that it is accessible anytime and anywhere. It has a good user interface, which makes it easier for users to tell the computer what they need or what they want at any time and anywhere at their comfort. So also it is a reliable source of information such as they are willing to learn within this that talks about the school or anything that can help them in their studies. At the same time, it can serve them in such a way that it can cater their needs, like for example student like for in a school where they need something, then for a helping hand, this application can give it to them. Like for example, they need a extra hand to borrow a laptop. Not all students are being blessed with or being blessed having such gadgets. So with this application, the service of Lala Move can simply imply on this one. So helping them acquire what they need in such a way this application provides. So next is the creators. So for the game creators, we monitor the activities being done here like usual applications does. So it has instant answers that are provided. Like example, it has automated messages or automated informations that basically the frequently asks one, so it is provided already there, and at the same time it gives customized notification while using. This means that we give customized notification because in such a way it is a hands-on service. So for the pain relievers, next is it gives answers to users' questions. It has consistent updating information, which is about informations that are related to the school matters. So like example, there are different events in such a way that the school is handling. So with the use of this application, at the same time, this is an update for them that it's easier for them to access. Like they don't need to kind of go for social medias or what. So this is already uh, catered or packaged in this application. Then it already gives a brief and comprehensive information that they need within the campus that can cater their needs as well. So next is for the target market. So the main focus target of this project is the students and school staff. So it is how many are there? So the whole population of the chosen school can use this one. So their needs is that what are their needs? So the focus need they have is a virtual assistant. So a virtual assistant that is easy access to information and the service on hand. So they have their informations are provided there for them to like easier access na lang, and for the service like the Lala Move access being somewhat similar to that one. So we are offering them an application that provides them an interactive experience as well in the real world inside the campus. So there are different types of student, my introvert, at the same time there are extroverts. So with the help of this application, they get to still get in touch with the real world through this application, and it has a complete service within the entire school environment at the comfort of their place and their device. So meaning it is given them convenience, and at the same time it gives them more helpness on their end. So what do we get in return? So of course it's a win-win solution here. So at the same time on our end, money's from their monthly subscription. So we have a what they call miscellaneous fees, diba, provided by the students. So with their miscellaneous fee, like students kept on asking kung asa pa dong ilang money in such cases. So with the help of this application, we have the transparency here that they can help that they can use all throughout the school year. So this is long term in such a way. So for the school staff, we can also ask for that, but their payment can be catered by the school administration since this is already part of the key partners or like that. So for the relationship grow, so how can our relationship grow? We always we when we start an application or a project or whatever, we always tend to improve, diba? We're always a room for improvement. So through their feedbacks or comments on what do they need or what else do they want more, we tend to more get in touch with them and at the same time grow our field or grow our way of helping them. So through occasional surveys, this is one thing that can strengthen the relationship between the consumer and at the same time the developer. So next is the buyer persona. So the key demographics of this one, it's mainly the students and the school staff, diba? So the age range for this one is 16 to 60. So 16 because this is where the start of the teenage years, diba? So most students at this are high school. So high school students are already socially inclined. We can't deny the fact of that. So to 60, like there are faculties also who can even use this one. So the gender preferences for this one is good for all, for the female and at the same time for the males. So wala ni like it doesn't have a gender role in this one or what, but at the same time anyone who can access or who needs an access can use this one. Like also the key psychographic, so it uses social media every day and it plays sports, curious on things and do things on time. So if you are a keen observer individual, you tend to get in touch with this application as well. So the challenges is that they have balanced time between real world and social media and at the same time being more comfortable behind the screen than in person. So referred channels are being portrayed there. The follow sports analysts and staffs, and the list goes on, as well as the preferred content types. So mostly, students now rely more on infographics or visual than reading long-term or long type of essays or what. So we can get their attention through infographics, video tutorials, social media posts, and video reviews, which helps them visualize more and learn through this type of application or platform. So for the business model, our key partners here is that mainly the school administration. So if we tend to expand, there are different people we can talk, but if we start as a beginner, we always tend to start with the school administration, where in fact it is where we started our project. So at the same time, magdita sa ilahang support on their end that we can effectively do if we can transform effectively. So next is the key activities. It has social advertisement and on-campus advertisement. So for the social advertisement, in such a way we can use social medias, and for the on-campus advertisement, it is done on orientations like first day of classes. We get to explain it to them on first hand. Then at the same time, para magamit nila all throughout the school year. Next is the key resources. The key resources for this one is the application developers and the social media platforms. So through this one, makater na to or ma-showcase na to ang ato application in such a way that it can be it can reach to the consumers like the students and the school staff. So the value propositions for this one is reliable information search. It can be a locator and a promotional ads. So within the school campus, there are different types of uh, we have different times to learn on not like different facts nga ma-learn sa school. So through this one, it can help you give the information you need to and as a locator kay we have schools now are such a very big environment. So through this one, it can help as a navigator for you to locate what you want to where do you want to go in first hand. So this is most likely useful to the freshmen or the transferees new to the school. Next is promotional ads. There are different activities going through entire school year. So with the help of this one, promotional ads is a must. So for the customer relationship, it is self-service, automated service, and long-term. Self-service in such a way, uh, services are being provided there already, like being a navigator, like it helps them navigate such things they need to. Then sa automated service is that dire na mo ma-apply ang among Lala Move service. So it's somewhat similar to that concept, but the thing is that we focuses more in the school environment itself, and it is long term because this can be used not just only in the first hand but also in the throughout the entire school year. Next is for the customer segment, CITU students, the visitors, and the advertisers. So for customer segments is focusing this CITU students is just serves as an example. So for the visitors, we have a lot of visitors coming throughout to school, are coming
Okay,
in and
so
out to school. So
time's up.
okay, sir.
Yeah, I think this is your last slide. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, remain lang siya.
Okay,
I-flash
sir.
lang inyong business model. Alright.
This one, sir.
Yes. So congratulations no for that idea. It's actually very focused sa university. So I think sa inyong presentation, your target group here is actually the universities. Or actually the
Yes, sir.
universities. So you are somewhat proposing your idea to these schools wherein they can integrate your mobile application, wherein students and staff has a one
Yes, sir.
platform wherein they can locate, search all
And ask for
information about the
survey.
school, even the services. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So my question here now is that how are you different now from those existing applications that, 'di ba, we have Facebook, we have our website. Um, how will you make sure na no one will get your idea?
In that case, sir, is that I want to emphasize the thought you said that we have already Facebook and websites. So as a student on my end, Facebooks are not really helpful in such sense. Okay? If updates are being posted in Facebook, students tend to ignore it. Like I as a student, mag-mute sad ko. So in that end, we are different on those different platforms because we are focused here and we are given convenience at their end as well. So it is meaning on first hand we tend it's about method explaining so that people can get your idea. So it's not just merely about implementing this one in first end, but and giving a brief explanations kay sure that students or consumers at their ends were like, oh, unsa man na, like this one focuses more on being a hands-on one gani, which allows them cater their convenience, at the same time less hassle on their end.
Okay.
So
So I agree with that. No, given that Facebook and other social media applications, there are too many information wherein we cannot really filter the information we really want to see. Am I right? And if it's related to
yes, sir.
school, we want it to be reliable, we want it to be legit. If tinuod ba gyud ang
Yes.
announcement na walay class, tinuod
Yeah.
ba gyud nga wala gyud si ma'am o si sir, tinuod ba gyud nga na ay free tutorial and so on and so forth. So I think with the app that you have, wherein you are not just presenting it as an idea lang, but you're also promoting an advocacy for these students nga katong dili kaayo mo socialize, 'di ba? Mga introvert. So you are giving them a platform wherein they can still interact with other students. Now my question here is that given that there are only, 'di ba, if school na siya gamay ra man gyud kay na ang mga activities, it's not all the time mo engage ta, unlike social media application nga na mga bagong trends, na mga bagong news nga mo interact ta, makig-away ta, makigkatawa ta, and so on and so forth. But with the application that you have, how will you make sure that everyone is still engaged from time to time? Diba? Because as a software developer or application developer, I think you have to always look into the traffic kung kapila mo visit sa inyong application, the times, the duration nga ni stay siya sa inyong application. So, how will you make sure that these key indicators will always be maintained?
In that case, sir, is that we have something we called nga occasional surveys, or what we call updates, di ba? So I really believe that this platform or application is an effective one, because students tend to procrastinate more, Jude, as in at times. So meaning, if at that end, this can help them realize the importance of the connectivity, gani, like if students manggod see things na it has a benefit on their end, they will really adapt it. So if they believe nga kanang this certain application serves them best, so at our part, ang among mabuhat so that this will be maintained, or this will be consistent, is that we'll be consistently showing them the updates they need to know. Like example, you said that not all schools have consistent events, or what. Here we can make use of the organizations that each schools have. So I believe nga each organizations have different platforms, in such a way nga mag-produce sila something of event, or something that inspires students. Like, we are in the school environment now, so we are here to learn and to explore. So meaning, at this end, we tend to give them what they need. So it's just about showing them the importance lang, Jude. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree. So maybe just a suggestion lang, no. I really love the idea, no. Maybe given that we are now in uh lockdown, 'di ba? Scenario ECQ because of the pandemic that is happening right now. Actually, the mobile application that you are proposing is very timely and relevant now, given that the school is also being challenged with the idea as to how to conduct events, 'di ba?
Yes, sir.
How to organize programs and so on and so forth. So maybe your application can do that, 'di ba? Pwede mo mag-advertise ng mga events, and then even mga webinars pwede put sa inyong application ninyo i-conduct, and so on and so forth. Wherein the school can also see what is really happening within the university virtually. Kaya kung lain-lain man good, like for example, na yung mag-Google Meet, na ay mag-Zoom, they cannot really see in one platform kung unsa ang na-happen virtually sa ilahang university. And with your application, they can monitor, they can control na, oy, di na pwede kay too much na siya nga webinar, or dili sakto yung market ana, and so on and so forth. And then students can also organize their school events in your application. So kana lang, siguro just a suggestion lang gid, no, para ma-engage gid ang mga students. Maybe you can do mga trivia nights or mga games. Diba ka nang i-engage gid yung ang mga students ba para naagi regular visits sa inyong application. Maybe naamoy reward system na every time mo visit, every time na a successful event nga naapilan using your application, nabaron sila star or nabaron sila bonus, giving them coins, and then free na sila og snacks if makaabot sila og 10 coins sa canteen, and so on and so forth. So you can actually look or kanang consider those ideas. All right?
Yes, sir. Thank you,
Sige,
sir.
sige. So kana lang, make sure lang yun na i-engage ninyo ang students. Bahalag way events, dapat mo visit lang yun gihapon sila sa inyong application. Okay, let's go to Ma'am Cha and Ma'am Rose.
Okay. Ako sa ma'am.
Ma'am, okay na ma'am. Go lang ma'am.
Okay. Sige, so ang concern is my idea is like somewhat different. I would want to sell my augmented reality software to schools rather than students. And then in a way, mura ra gani og telling the investor or the buyer si school that you can gain from the app by charging it as a miscellaneous fee to students. So mao pud ako And I've seen that your goal is to ensure that naay mga visitors or naay mga students nga new or mga freshmen new to the site, at least they can do the augmented reality. They already know where to go to their classrooms, so on and so forth. So I think you can sell the idea to schools rather than to students. So it's like a freebie to students, pero they don't know nga gi-charge di ay sa miscellaneous fee. So in that way, you're not limiting your market to only one school. You can sell it to other universities. You can sell it to small or even to malls, 'di ba? So maybe you can provide also a kiosk, no? Like welcome Tiknay or Tiknoy, and then they can see also there, but it's also connected to the software or app. And then in a way, the purpose of that software is to guide freshmen, to guide um, visitors, and then also they can witness from afar the activities if ever they are not able to join. And then nito to ang idea, no, that the sani mga organizations can actually book also their activities para at least mo text or mo notify si software nga na activity. But that is on the end to the students. So how are you going to sell the idea to the businesses? Mo na ang mga benefits nga ma-provide to students. Mao po na nga akong idea. But if you push with making it as a software where students avail, then kato make it more engaging lang. But I hope you can also consider katong akong gisuggest para mas dako inyong market, then mas dako ang inyong masale. Or
Yeah,
mas,
I agree with Ma'am Cha,
sales
no,
pa.
related to that, Ma'am. Yeah, they are really going to sell this to universities and institutions and even other businesses, no, wherein there is a bigger market. So for the establishment or universities to really purchase the idea or the business concept, you have to also make sure that it will really engage their customers. So kato lang, I think pwede ra ma-align na to, ma'am, no? You will sell it by ensuring that your application will really engage their customers and the
Like
students.
for now kuan lang sa schools, and then in the future if it's going to be effective and it's going to sell, you can also sell it to airports, to malls and the like. So bigger ang
Yeah.
market yun. Bilang siya mo limit to CIT.
Yeah. I have a concern lang sa DI, no, Ma'am Rose. Ako lang sa, very quick lang, ma'am.
Go lang, sir. Go lang, sir.
I think the name of your application, or I don't know if it's really the name or the general term, was it augmented reality? No?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So I
sir.
think from what I have understood, augmented reality is that where I think it is capable of showing us a 3D
3D na siya, na
something,
actual.
right?
Oo.
No, if you want to scan
Yes, sir.
this area here, then it will actually give you a better view of the place in 3D form. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So I think you should also make sure that it is really being highlighted in your application. So if ganahan mo, katong gingon ni Ma'am Che, nga mutabang sa mga students to locate classroom, then maybe if inigtap baron nila sa isa ka QR code, or I don't know if how it is done, mo lead yun siya sa way, no, using the phone. So ing ana
Yes, sir.
siguro.
That's the main kanang. That is what our main purpose for the
Okay.
application, sir. Like
Okay,
it serves
okay.
as a navigator in some senses.
Okay. So somewhat mura siya Google Maps, no, nga i-lead gyud
Yes,
ka.
sir. Like ang service niya, sir, tamang sagol lang tanan, like as a Google Map, as a kanang platform for information giving, at the same time siya service. Ano, sir?
Okay. So for example, if akong erase akong phone and then akong i-ari sa, for example lang, akong i-direct sa library, and then sa akong phone na mo gawas nga notification nga this is CIT University's library, something,
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's
Or in some
informative.
cases, yes, sir. In some cases, kay pwede sad siya if you want to go to the canteen and you're just at the accounting office. So how will you get there to the canteen since we have three canteens sa school? Like
Okay.
it serves as kanang a navigator, jud siya, sir.
Yeah. So this is a very nice idea, gyud. And for a start, pwede school, especially sa malls, kay pwede sa jud mawa sa malls, di ba? But moving forward,
Yes,
pwede
sir.
gyud.
Thank you, sir.
But with your focus, you can start with schools and universities. Sige, Ma'am Rose, it's your time, ma'am.
Alright, sige. Thank you, sir and siya. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Just like a few comments lang on the presentation. You mentioned man good on the problem. You focused on mental health and was it mental health and physical impairment, and then your solution focuses on information and services application. So for me lang, it did not connect with serving the problem, which is mental health. So kana lang no, careful on what problem you are trying to present or that you are trying to address. Okay, all throughout the presentation, I was looking at if it is psych enabled na application, but it wasn't. It's more of the toxic level of social media that caused the mental health. I know. So that, and then so same concerns with Sir Key and Ma'am Cha. No, I was thinking, how is it different from Facebook and other social media sites that offer the same, almost the same function or purpose? Uh, I, I think that your bigger problem here is more of the fee. Okay, you mentioned naman may fee, no? In order for the students to be able to use your app.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so that might become a hindrance because Facebook, as we all know, is free for everyone. Except lang that you will need an internet connection or mobile data for that one. So I was thinking, in order for you guys to be able to compete with the existing platforms like Facebook and other stuff nga gina-free na sa mga um, internet providers or SIM card providers, you should be able to give the information offline. Is it offline based po ba or is it only online? Is it internet dependent?
Not entirely, ma'am. Like, others will be, well, ang others kay, pwede nila ma-catered offline. At the same time, if na sila much bigger need, kay mo na nga, mag-need jud sila og online nga connection.
All right, so that would be your, I feel like that would be your differentiator, no? Kay katong nag-SSG me, mo po na among problem. We cannot find an application that would allow us to text, send an SMS to everyone when we have special mga announcements. So that can also serve as one of your, again, main function, no, or value proposition to your community. And I also agree with Ma'am Che nga your customer here are not the individual students but the school. So it should be part of the system of the school, and it should be kanang the cost should be on top of the miscellaneous lang kay para di kayo obvious, no, di mag rally ang students and so what else ba? I also agree with Sir Kian regarding the traffic, no, kay in order for this business to survive again, right after its media sensation, wala ra man gyud ano, even after it's promoted on media, you have to find ways to sustain your business. So sakto tong giingon ni, or I agree with Sir Kian's recommendation on generating mga events or sponsoring events so that you can continuously generate traffic to your platforms, and that would make your business replicable and scalable. So mo na tong gipang-ingon ni Ma'am Cha and Sir Key nga pwede na siya maabot sa malls and all the rest of the establishments that need focused information services to their customers. So that one.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Like, for the mental health and the physical impairments that you concerned, gani, ma'am.
Yes.
Like, for the mental health, we focus just more on good. Like, di ba, some students have the different kanang reasons why they misbehave at school. So, example, let's say, for example, the mental health is about the family problems or some problems that will affect their mental emotional impairments at kani. Like, through this application, we get to inspire them with the help of this one. Like, not everyone is also kanang confident to go to the guidance or to ask for guidance or ngana. So with the help of this application, we might be able to cater their emotional needs at the same time, like through inspirational messages lang or whatever. Then for the physical impairments is that we provide, this is where we provide service. Like for example, naman dyan yung mga asmahon nga students or some students with disability. Like example, ang ilang class is nasa e-building third floor, then they have left their things or na sila need sa main building. So instead of them rushing towards the main building, so our application or our on our end can help them sad to cater their needs at some end sad nga maka-benefit sad nila.
Nice.
So muna mo pasabot sad unta sa
Right.
mental and physical impairment.
I don't think it was emphasized during your presentation. That's why I asked, no? Kaya more on in the information services man.
no.
But you have
Sorry,
to,
thank you.
no, that's okay. That's a very good advocacy. If that is what that's what you're focusing at. Just have to make sure that you emphasize that moving forward with your presentation. I think that would be all. Sir Key.
Yes, ma'am. We'll surely do, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Sige.
Alright.
So thank you so much, Teen KeenObservers.
Thank you,
Congratulations, no, the idea is very good. Siguro with the services lang, cause I think what you mentioned katong for the mental health and physical impairment, those are actually services that wherein you can partner with offices within the school. Like for example, clinic. So clinic can actually be one of your key partners wherein they will get to promote their services. Also guidance. So instead you doing those services, why not engage or partner with these offices wherein the application or the platform is actually managed by different offices, and then if na ay mga concerns regarding this, then they can directly communicate through your mobile application sa guidance, sa clinic, and so on and so forth. And with regards to inspirational thing, no, or capability sa inyong application, maybe naamoy mga schedule baron nga every morning na baroy morning or daily message na ma-receive ang students nga, hey, wake up, no, it's time to get going, and so on and so forth. So kana lang, siguro i-emphasize ang inyo next time ang mga key partners gyud when you say school administration. How about the services or the features being featured in your application? All right? Sige lang. So, in the next coming weeks, ato na siyang ma-identify. All right? So, thank you so much. Let's give a virtual clap to our second presenter.